Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited to be sharing with you some of my favorite reasons of why to be a coach and what it all entails and things like that. I do apologize for being a few minutes late. We homeschool, so I was getting my daughter set up on doing her research for her Australia project that she's been doing. So please bear with me on that. All right, so you may hear them in the background because yes, they are here all day with me. So I hope you guys have your coffee. Let me know, comment, what do you like to drink? Do you put anything in your coffee? Because I honestly am a huge coffee lover, and it has been a few months now. I have been experimenting with my coffee, and I add butter to it. I know, kind of crazy, but hi, Kristen. So it's something that I really have enjoyed. I also put some collagen powder in there from time to time because we know collagen powder is great for us, right? So as you can tell, I haven't had to drink any of it yet. Yes, post the questions below and then I'll get to them, after I share, because I easily get distracted on what I'm talking about. I do have my notes to try to stay on topic. I want to, respect your time. I know everyone is busy. And so I just want to jump right into it and share a little bit about who I am and how I came to be a coach and what that means. So my name is Tony, as you guys probably know by now. And I am a stay-at-home mom, and we homeschool, and I have 5 kids, ages from 11, a set of twins that are 11, and our youngest will be 3 now in February. So it gets to be pretty crazy around here. There's a lot of messes. They love doing crafts and things like that. But, being the mom where I could always be at home with them already really piqued my curiosity with this coaching opportunity because, they want to not just only read about different countries, but they want to go and explore them. And I knew, being a one family income that would, most likely not ever happen. And so now it's exciting because those dreams and goals are coming to reality. So, how did I, get introduced as a coach? Oops, I think my camera is shaking there. Sorry. Well, it will be 3 years now in March 17th, 2015 was my very first day that I got started with Beachbody. I had heard about it before, and here's the ironic thing. I have a background in personal training. I went to college for exercise science. Like, my goal was to own my own gym. I've always wanted to be my own boss, and I always had this passion for helping other women to feel their best and, to be able to live a healthy lifestyle. And so, as things go, things don't always go the way we plan them when we're 18, right? I got married and we had babies. I got married late and had babies late. So, yes, I just turned 40 this past November and I have a 3-year-old. So, it kind of puts me in a different category as some other moms out there. So I got started in March, and here's the deal. Like, I knew what to do. Like I said, I knew exactly, what I need to do about workouts and things like that. And so, sorry, I get distracted by the questions. I'm not going to look at the questions until the end, okay? I'm like a squirrel, right? Squirrel. So, I knew that I couldn't go to the gym anymore, and I knew that it had to be something to fit into the crazy, can we share, what does it say? Oh, yeah, I'll get into that too. Where was I? I knew that it had to fit into my schedule. It had to be something that was doable with a new baby. Trinity and Titus are only 14 months apart, so it was like having another set of twins, right? And my husband is a firefighter, so he's not always home, so it couldn't be like, oh, I'd work out once my husband was home from work. That means I'd only be working out, 2 times a week or something. So I fell in love and I found 21 Day Fix. Maybe you've heard of it. Maybe you've seen the infomercial. But I started with those workouts, and I'll tell you, before I actually purchased my my pack, I was researching. I wanted to know as much as I could about the nutrition. I wanted to know as much about the workouts, like how were they designed, and I want to know who was this Autumn Calabrese that put them together, because I know there's so many quick fix things out there where people just want to take your money and they're like, this is gonna like get you in amazing shape, and it's only gonna make you sicker, right? I fell into those traps many times, especially in my 20s. You know, I would live off caffeine and not eat food, and I would take fat burners. And, you know, even though I knew the right thing, I always fell into that trap of those quick fix things. And I didn't want to do that anymore as a mom. I didn't want to teach my kids that. So I started 21 Day Fix. Let me tell you, it was very difficult for me to start out. I started at my heaviest weight. I was 225 pounds. I had been on bed rest for 5 months with Titus. I had preeclampsia with him. I also had it with Trinity, but thank goodness with her, it was at the end of the pregnancy, so we just induced. So we've decided no more babies. 5 is, you know, enough, and no sense in risking my health in that. So, so those first day, I cried. I started on a Tuesday. You know, everyone says you need to start on Monday. Nope. Today is the best day to start. You don't need to wait till the beginning of a month or a Monday or the beginning of the year. Right now, okay? Take action now, because I tell you, the longer you wait, you're going to talk yourself out of it, right? Maybe you've done it 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 times, right? So I started, sorry, you know, you can hear the kids in the background. That is our little guy. So I started just sharing my journey. You know, I have Hashimoto's disease, and if you're not familiar with that, it's an autoimmune disease of the thyroid. My body is actually attacking my own thyroid because it thinks it's like an invader, right? Great, isn't it? You need your thyroid. It regulates all your hormones, which has to do with, you know, everything in your body, the way you feel, your energy, metabolism, weight loss. I mean, your thyroid helps regulate so many things in your body that so many people don't know that, right? So my endocrinologist had told me, you know, there's no way you could lose weight because you have this. So therefore, you need to take this weight loss medication. And I'm not a huge fan of just popping pills. So I said, you know what? No, I'm going to, you know, give this a go and see what happens. You know, changing my exercise and eating clean foods. And lo and behold, I am down 35 pounds and over 40 inches. So here's the deal, guys. Too often we think, well, 35 pounds, that's not a lot in, you know, almost 3 years. 40 inches is a huge deal. I lost almost a foot off of my waist. I think it was like 10.5 inches off of my waist so far. That is huge. You know, if you know anything about your waist circumference, I can't even say that word, and your risk for heart disease and things like that, it's really scary. So, yeah, I'm not at my goal weight yet, but I'm still working on it. And the one thing that I cannot stress enough is that this is not about just a quick fix. It's not a diet. I actually don't even like the word diet. Like, I'm going on a diet or I'm eating my diet food. To me, that's like a bad word. I grew up in a household where, you know, that's all we talked about was like losing weight. I was told I was fat all the time. And I didn't want that in our house. So to me, a diet is what your food that you put in your body, that's what it consists of. You know, it's like your menu. Does that make sense? Like, that's what I view a diet as. So it changed all that. And I will be honest, when I very first started, I had no intention of ever doing what I'm doing. I did sign up as a quote unquote coach for the discount only because you get 25% off of all your purchases. And so as a family of 7, it made sense to, you know, get a discount. So that's what I did. And I did that for a few months. And then people started asking me what was I doing, because I was sharing it on Facebook. I set up a blog. I set up a a separate page from my profile page, just to be sharing for accountability. It was kind of like, you know, a Facebook blog, if you will. I shared recipes. I shared what I was doing for workouts, and people wanted to know. They knew I was a mom with a new baby. I was nursing full time, and what was I doing? So I started sharing, and it was amazing. My first paycheck was $19. It was pretty awesome to be like, okay, I'm this stay-at-home mom, homeschooling my kids, and I'm able to, you know, earn that extra $19. Now, that may not be huge, but it was just the beginning. Today, Thursday, is an awesome day in the Beachbody world. It's payday. And today I was able to pay for half of our groceries for the next 2 weeks. Now, we have quite a large grocery budget every month, so that is pretty significant now, right? I was that mom before that had to put groceries back at the checkout because my card didn't go through. We don't use credit cards, so it was a debit card. If there's no money in the account, it wouldn't go through, right? And let me tell you, when you have 5 kids with you that are crying, mom, mom, you know how kids are when you're at the checkout. It's like when you're on the phone or doing a video, and you have this people, lined up behind you, and you're like so embarrassed. You're like, I hope they don't remember me or know who I am, because honestly, that happened more than once. And I decided, that if I can change my life through these workouts, through changing the way I eat with simple, portioned out meal plans, that my kids could help me to get ready, because a lot of times I would be sitting here on this couch or in the recliner nursing the baby, and I knew I had to eat. Especially if you know anything about nursing moms, we are super hungry all the time, right? I would say, hey, can you go get me something to eat? I have a little checklist, and the meal uses these little container system. And I said, just mark off what it is that you're dishing up for me. A lot of times it would be my overnight oatmeal, which was a yellow, a red, and a purple. They could cross them off for me, and it was super easy. Like, I'm telling you, if, like 9-year-olds can do this, I know that, 29-year-olds or 49, whatever, it doesn't matter what age you are. So that is how I kind of came to be when I saw what the potential was as a coach, what I could do as a stay-at-home mom. Because I'll tell you, there were times where I was like, maybe they need to go to public school. Maybe I need to get a job, where I was like, what the heck would I do? Because I'd never finished college. I have like a year left. I know, ridiculous, right? But I was like, what would I do that would earn an income to pay for putting some in daycare and public school? And that was just like overwhelming. And finding a job that I would really, truly love. Now, I love what I do. Helping other women to become the best version of themselves, realizing that just because someone says that, you can't lose weight, or, you've always been overweight, that you never will reach your goal, because, as you get older, you're going to, it's harder. We all have people in our lives saying things like that to us. And so, having this platform to share with other women that it's possible, whatever you dream of is possible, whether it's, you want to do some sort of like marathon or Ironman or anything like that, or maybe you just want to be able to play soccer with your kids and not be tired or exhausted, or not be laying, on the couch all day and, dealing with depression and anxiety, because I've been there as a mom. I had such terrible postpartum depression after Titus was born. And I never truly understood it until I went through it. Like, I was like, how do people do that? So anyways, that is how I came to be a coach. And like I said, just share your questions and I'll get to them at the end here. So I want to share 4 reasons why I think it is so important to become a coach, and why it means so much to me. The first one is accountability. All right. So some of you in this group have been in my, accountability groups for like weight loss, our Fit Mommy makeover groups. So that's great for accountability, right? You guys are checking in, and, you're sharing your recipes and sharing things like that. But let me tell you, when you step it up and you become the coach, you just like 10x your accountability, right? Because now people are looking to you. You are the leader, right? You're not just someone in the group that's like shows up some days, and then you're gone for a few days, and then you come back and you're all gung-ho. But as the coach, you are now the leader. People are looking to you. If you're a mom, you already are a leader, right? Your kids are looking up to you every single day. So that really helped me with that, because I'll tell you, I've had some issues with my back. There's been some other things going on where it would be super easy for me to just check out and say, you know what, this isn't working anymore. I am just going to eat chocolate covered almonds from Costco, and I'm just going to get fat and happy, right? But too often fat and happy don't really go together, right? At least not for me, they didn't. So having the extra accountability, having other people looking for you to help them. And the one thing that I have found is that you don't have to be perfect, okay? I first was super scared because I'm not at my goal weight. Who's going to trust me to help them along this journey? There are days that I can't buy organic foods, or there's times when, I don't eat everything that I should on plan, and here's the deal, we're all human, and I promise you, people are going to relate to you being human more than you being perfect. So that accountability layer has been huge for me, to sharing my transformation, to be sharing my my transformation, even if I didn't see any changes in the scale. I take pictures quite often, to be honest with you. Last year, 2017, I took a picture every single Monday, a selfie every single Monday, and the scale hardly moved at all, but those pictures have drastically changed. And sharing those is really that extra layer of accountability. So if you are serious and you're like, this is gonna be my time to change, coaching is your deal, okay? So number 2 is purpose. As a mom, it's so easy to just feel like your life is about diapers and dishes and laundry and, wiping runny noses and all of those things, which is fabulous. I'm blessed to be a stay-at-home mom. But sometimes you have that thing where you know that you're made for something more, right? To make a bigger impact and an influence in other people's lives. And that is what this is. I better get some of my coffee here. Like I said, I've always had a passion since I was 18 of helping other women feel good about themselves, to help them to know that, it's okay to take time to exercise, to eat healthy for you. And being able to do that from the comfort of my home, right, with my kids here with me, on my own schedule, no boss telling me you need to be here at this time, or you have a meeting, you need to be at this, this place, is complete freedom. So the purpose that I have found behind this is amazing. And I know that everybody has that deep down, they're made for something greater, right? You want to share your message with the masses. And I'm telling you, as a coach, we do a lot of things on social media. So just think of the potential lives you can touch. All right. So that is number 2. Number 3 is the friendship. All right. Again, as a stay-at-home mom and my kids are homeschooled, we don't see tons of people every single week, right? And the friendships that I've made have been so amazing, because here's the deal. We're going through the same struggles. We're lifting each other up. We're not judging. I think too often women, we can get to be pretty judgy, right? And we're like, oh, did you see what she's doing? And that's what I love about this community. We may do things a little bit different. Our success may look different from person to person, but we're there sharing and, sharing our struggles as mom and potty training, and kids aren't sleeping at night. So it's not just about getting our workouts done and, what we've been eating. So that's number 3. And number 4 is this, makes me want to cry. Is your family legacy. What are you teaching your kids? What's the impact that you're making that's going to be lasting, that they will remember when you're gone? Will they say, my mom, she, would watch soap operas all the time and we didn't really do fun things, what will be your children's memories of you when they're grown? And so that has been huge for me, is to think, well, what will they say about me? And, being able to teach them the importance of self-love, because growing up, like I said, in a family where, I was told I was fat, all those things, it hurt. I mean, I'm 40 years old and I still struggle with them. So, and not only just the way that you value yourself, but what can you be able to do with your kids, right? Like this in April, my husband and I earned a trip. We're going to Mexico. It's something that we never would have done, because with 5 kids, it gets to be a stretch. And who does things for themselves? Well, at least I don't normally with a bunch of kids. The kids always come first, right? And now next year, the girls and I, we're going to be going on the cruise. So what things can you do? What legacy are you leaving for your children and those around you? What impact do you want to make in your circle of friends? All right. So you may be wondering, well, that sounds great and all for you, but I don't really have a huge social media following, or I'm not at my goal weight, or I am an introvert, right? So who makes a good coach, right? That maybe those all are running through your head of how do you even get started? Excuse me. So coaches are anyone who wants to better themselves and help others do the same, right? You can be a mom, a teacher, bankers, doctors, chiropractors. I mean, the sky's the limit, right? Uncles and aunts and grandmas and grandpas. It's everyone out there can be a coach. All right. There's no like, well, sorry, you are past the age limit. No. All right. And do you need to be at your goal weight? Like I already kind of covered this. No, you don't. And I honestly am more inspired by those people that I see, even some of the other coaches that I've been watching that are still going through their transformation, right? To see that, you know what, I can connect with them because we are at, we're in that same struggle, right? We're still trying to find our way to get to that goal. And here's the other thing. Sometimes that goal image that we have in our mind, you will be satisfied before you get there. And what I mean by that is that sometimes we have this image of, oh, I'm going to be a size whatever. But along this journey, you learn to love yourself. And so even though you may not be ripped or whatever, the society says we should be, you fall in love with yourself. And that is what this is about. It's not just about a certain weight goal or a size goal. So you do not need to be super fit. You do not even really have to like working out. You don't have to be any type of like personal trainer or nutritionist, because guess what? You get all those tools. You get everything to help you to know, to help people to find their way for their workouts, and then when you join the Fit Boss Nation team, we do trainings and I help you to know how do you connect with your friends and family that are interested in coming along with you. So I just wanted to touch real quick on our team name, and it's the Fit Boss Nation. And so you may think like fit, like, ooh, workout fit. No, the fit is for freedom. We're living a life of freedom. We're living life on our terms. Maybe it's freedom from depression or from some sort of stereotype, or maybe it is financial freedom. The I is for living a life of intention, right? Too often I think we can just go through the motions every single day and we don't really we're not living our life intentionally how we had dreamed or we planned, right? And the T is to always be thankful no matter what. I mean, there are going to be ups and downs, in life as a coach on your journey, with your health and fitness, but there's always something to be thankful for. And so that really is why this team was that came to life with me, is that I wanted to be something more than just about working out, more than just about, building your team or about, eating healthy. But so that was just a quick side note. We have ongoing trainings. We are part of a bigger team that has been, those founding coaches have been coaches for 9 years. So our team is not going anywhere. A wealth of information. Social media is changing all the time. You probably have noticed that on your personal Facebook page, things like that, where you're like, what the heck? I just logged in yesterday. Now there's different things. I'm actually part of a training where I'm learning all the ins and outs of, how Facebook is changing before it's really everyone knows about it. So I'm going to be helping you with that. And how do you share your story? Because I'm going to tell you, this isn't like a salesy business. So if you thinking that, well, I'm not a salesperson, so this won't work for me, fear not. It's not about being salesy. It is about, being authentically you, being unapologetically you, and sharing what you're going through. And in asking people, inviting them to join you. That's really all it is about, okay? It's not about, collecting stuff on your shelf or some magic quick fix or anything like that. This is about transforming your life and asking others to do it with you. So I said I kind of touched on, we have different trainings. I have a new coach handbook for you to really walk you through, especially those first 30 days, of what, as you become a coach, you're like, where do I go? What do I, how do I get started? All of those things. So do not worry. Yes, this is your own business. You are your own CEO. You are your own boss, but you're not in this all by yourself. All right. You have an amazing team of other women behind you to help build you up. And, if you have questions, ask questions. And if we don't know them, we'll find them out. Right. So that's all I have on that. So you may think, okay, now how do we get started? How do you get started as a coach? So first and foremost, you need to be on your own health and fitness journey, because how can you invite someone to join you if you are not already doing it, right? So if you are not already in one of the groups, if you've not already ordered a challenge pack, which is you get your 30 days of shake, you get 12 months of the fitness, you get over $6,000 worth of workouts, the meal plans, an amazing cooking show. So that is all. So to get started with that as a coach, so you're starting on your health journey and you're starting your own business where you're going to get your website, you're going to get so many amazing training tools in there. It's $160 to get started. All right, that's everything you need right now to open up shop, to work on your health and fitness journey. And then maybe you are like, well, I've been in your groups for a while. I've already have my shake that I get my shakes every month and I love them. I already have Beachbody On Demand, which is our like Netflix of fitness. But you're ready to take it to the next step. And you're ready to say, you know what? I am going to start paying it forward to my family and friends, and I want to help them to get healthier. I want to say, you know what? This has worked for me and it has been amazing, and I want to, share it, because this business is not meant to be kept to ourselves. I know it gets scary, especially if you're an introvert. Well, I don't know if I really want to share with someone. Think of it this way. If you found an amazing restaurant that you absolutely loved, would you share it with your family and friends or people you knew? Would you tell them about it? Or would you hold it in and be like, well, I don't want them to feel like I'm trying to make them go to this restaurant, right? We would never think that. So why, when we're trying to invite them to, change their lives just how it worked for us because we are in love with the products, why do we think that? So that's just a little tip, because it's not about being salesy. It's not about being an introvert or an extrovert. It is about sharing from your heart and really, truly paying it forward. The next thing is, so if you already have that and you're like, how do I get started? Okay, it's $39, but here's the deal. Since you already have your challenge pack, you've already purchased it before, you've already paid your $160, your coach fee is going to be waived. Like, how awesome is that? So that is an option. So again, it's $160 still, right? Even if you already are on your health and fitness journey. And the third option is kind of goes with the same. You will need to have your Shakeology and your workouts. But if you're military, there's a military waiver. All right. That will waive your sign-up fee of the $39. And then also every single month we have a $15 fee. And what that is, it helps run our website, customer service. If you have any customers that need to return something or didn't get an order, Beachbody takes care of all of that. So it is totally worth the $15. It sets up our own websites, things like that. So that, as a military person, whether you're active or if you're retired or a veteran, that will be waived for you, so you don't have that monthly fee. All right. So those are the three different options. I think I touched on it. I don't even know what time it is. But yeah, this really is an amazing team, and Kristen is awesome. I am so blessed to have her on our team. And let me go through and see what the questions were. So if you have members that are not paying for anything but signed up as their Beachbody coach, what do you give them in your group with the people who paying? Okay, I'll touch on that group in our team page. Because you're talking about people that are in a group. Titus, please. Are you talking about people that are in the group that don't have a challenge pack, right? Hi, son. But do you have any questions about, signing up as a coach? Hi, buddy. Anything like that? Can we share before and after pictures from Beachbody? Oh my goodness, you look so cute.
I'm a doggy, yeah.
Oh, you're a doggy?
Yeah.
So that is, really about what it is to be a coach. And if you have any other questions, yeah, I will touch on those in the our actual coach group. So that's another thing, is that, we have a group that's just for, when you get started on your fitness journey. So when you sign up as a coach over the weekend here, you're going to get started with us with our brand new program. We're starting on Monday. So you're going to be starting to work on your own transformation. You're going to start seeing the results so that you can start sharing with your family and friends. And then guess what? They're going to be curious. And the same thing is, as a team, we share, our own transformations with each other, and we can share on social media. So don't have to feel like it's just your own story to share. So that is all that I have. If you guys have questions, leave them below. Send me a message, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Oh, thanks, Chris. They love stickers. Can you tell? Right, sister? All right, so have a fantastic Thursday, and we are going to go grocery shopping here soon. So talk to you later. Bye.